Every hat tells a story, and this is no different. It may be atypical from the usual type of hat I show you, but it's still important nonetheless. Now, I don't even remember what year I got it from, but I know it's not from Arbor Park because it's not blue. Might be from high school, might be from college. The year doesn't matter. The meaning behind it is what matters. This hat here, it represents dedication. It represents perseverance. It represents dreams. To you, this hat might represent something else entirely, and that's perfectly fine. Let me share with you something many wise men and women have said throughout the years. Life sucks. And it's true. Life does suck. But in between those sucky moments are moments of great bliss. And those moments of bliss are what make life memorable. Just chalk up the suckiness to life lessons. You see, this time of year is a celebration, not just for the current graduates, but graduates that have completed this milestone for many years. It provides an opportunity for us to look back to see how we got to where we got, and plan to see how we get to where we want to get. You see, I like to compare life to a bag of potato chips. You never know what size or shape you're going to pull out. Similar to the many challenges that we face on life's journey. Before we begin today's show, I want to take a brief moment to share a life lesson I learned. A life lesson that everyone on the AC Variety team has learned. See, as you go through life, you're going to realize people love to steal your ideas. People love to take credit for things that are not theirs. Sometimes it's due to arrogance, other times it's due to plain old ignorance. I want to set the record straight right now. I've got viewers in the 50 states. I got viewers overseas. And I have viewers in a lovely community called Oak Forest. And inside that lovely community is a group of individuals called the Cable Commission. Over the past few years, I've heard credit given to them for covering such events as the Jack Hille Middle School Choir Concert, the Arbor Park Middle School Band Concert, Oak Forest High School Musical, and Oak Fest. Now baby, that's a sin. 100% of those events was covered by AC Variety. My company, my dream. And before we go on, let me set the record straight once more. The Southland graduation parade that you're about to witness, featuring Oak Forest High School, Central Middle School, Arbor Park Middle School, Jack Hille Middle School, and St. Damian, covered by AC Variety, not the Cable Commission. Jimmy L. Rizzo on video, and myself editing. See, when I first graduated Oak Forest High School, I would not have the confidence to say what I just did. But as you grow older, you realize once in a while, you gotta stand up for yourself. Otherwise the world's gonna walk all over you. And if you ever doubt yourself, just remember, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. And we're starting the 2020 graduation parade, which is going to be kicked off by a mixture of Jack Hille Middle School, Arbor Park Middle School, Central Middle School, and St. Damian. They have Oak Forest's finest leading off the parade. Obviously, due to the pandemic of 2020, this is a new way to celebrate those graduates of this year. Also a time for us to reflect on our graduations of years past. Question remains, is this going to be the way of the future? Will graduation ceremonies include parades, or will one of them go by the wayside? See a lot of happy faces here going by. And I also want to mention, during this parade, we're going to cut away to some memories of graduates from Oak Forest High School in years past. We also have a couple other surprises based on some positive feedback we received on Music is 2020, which you could view on acvariety.com. As a combination of the song Music Is, performed by many graduating classes from the past decade. We heard your feedback, and we're going to be showing a few full performances of Music Is from various years. So stay tuned. Nice breezy day out, not too uncomfortable here, allowing good traffic for the parade to go through. We have probably a couple hundred graduates that are going to be riding in this parade today. Obviously a few that are driving too, if they have a driver's license, obviously from Oak Forest High School, but hopefully no one's driving from Arbor Park Middle School in those grades. Want to thank Jimmy Alaruzo, who's the cameraman for this, getting up close and personal with some of these vehicles in the parade. AC Variety would like to take a moment to recognize Principal Orth from Jack Hille Middle School and Dr. Brad Sikora from Oak Forest High School, principals at the respective schools, for helping put together this parade and reaching out to AC Variety to cover it. You can see there's quite a few people lined up on 151st Street. Interesting fact, this is the first parade in the community since the FLA, which happened back in early March, about a week before the Illinois lockdown, which is one of the final parades to occur in the area. AC Variety also went to Rosemont that same weekend and covered World of Wheels, which if you're into cars, you could go to acvariety.com to catch all our coverage of that. It's some pop and circumstance there with a little other music mixed in. Remix, if you will. It's nice to see these different participants putting on their own music in the cars as well. Congratulations. You could tell a lot of people put an effort to decorate their vehicles. Lots of writing, balloons, and other things as well. Many families have multiple students graduating too.
2020!
That graduate just yelled out 2020, but it's interesting to think in a few short years it'll actually be like 2040. Imagine us reflecting on what was happening at this time, and imagine how different the world will be at that time. Who knows, you could be having graduations in space or something. See people in passenger seats, people in sunroofs, however they could celebrate. It'll be interesting to see in the future if parades do continue the type of floats and people they'll be able to have walking around too. It's amazing to see the amount of children coming out of the community of Oak Forest and the Chicago Southland in general. and they keep on coming. We have someone dressed up there, wearing a nice little sign for his graduation. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be looking at some of the graduates from Oak Forest High School and talking briefly about the achievements they made. But the first person we're going to talk about is a graduate from the class of 2008. She's also an author of the book What You Left Me. She's got a second book out now too, and was also key to forming Grease, the 10-year anniversary, which was an exciting event that you could view on acvariety.com. Her name is Bridget Morrissey, and we're going to take a brief look at her book launch right now.
It's just amazing to see someone, we've grown up together, and now we're sitting here in Barnes & Noble. She has a published book, and we're getting to have a Q&A about this, and it's just a testament to someone's drive as a human being. She's worked so hard her entire life to be where she is right now. I'm so proud of her. And without further ado, let's talk What You Left Me.
Before we get started with the Q&A portion, I am going to read a very small excerpt from the book, just to give you a little bit of a sense of what's going on. So for some context, it opens on graduation day, and these two people, Martin McGee and Petra McGowan, are seated next to each other, but they've never met before because they go to a very large school. Think Sandburg, Andrew. You guys know this is the audience for this. Okay, so they go to a very large school they've never met, and they're meeting for the first time on graduation day. Now, our friend Martin McGee really wants to get the attention of Petra, but they've been told they can't talk. So to work around that, he decides to do this. And here we go. Oh, here we go. Yep, here we go. My mind runs through all the ways I could get her to notice me again. There's always flicking her arm. Being annoying doesn't seem like the right move. I look around for another idea and accidentally make hard eye contact with Miss Hornsby, which makes me sweat, which makes me overcompensate, which makes me start humming, which is actually the perfect solution. It's not talking, it's fair game. After a big throat clear and a good neck crack, I push air through my teeth to recreate the synthesized greatness of Van Halen. No human being can resist the musical mastery that is Jump. I check in on Graduation Girl. The ridiculousness of my humming should be worth at least a half smile's worth of points from her. Nope, she is stone-faced. Royal Guards would be jealous. I amp up my effort, hammering the song's rhythm into my leg and humming louder. I did choir in grade school, so I know I'm nailing my pitches. Boy sopranos represent. But the end of the introduction is nearing, and the magic of the music doesn't seem to be affecting her. Still, I hit the final majestic synth high notes, burying my head into my neck to give the kind of commitment the song deserves. And sweet holy patron saint of Cubs baseball, Ernie Banks, I catch sight of movement on the ground. It's her foot, tapping along. Like David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar and every other random lead singer they've had, she comes in for the first line. "Dog it off," she sings under her breath. The rest comes out as an incoherent mumble. The lyrics are so wrong, I almost keel over and die laughing. I decide to bring my other hand in for a better drum section instead. This is too good to stop. Graduation Girl takes over the humming, and I pick up the next line of the song, with the correct lyrics, of course, as if we planned it this way all along. We look at each other, her pounding the beat into the grass and me into my legs, and we sing together until we get to the chorus's lead-in. Graduation Girl hits me with the most ridiculously wrong lyrics of all time, but she is 100% committed to the feeling. When it comes time to speak the line before the chorus, I say it all cool, and then she echoes back the title with perfect timing, shouting it with the exact amount of power and feeling required. She throws her head back and laughs at herself. It's like an ad for shampoo, the way her hair falls over the edge of her chair, all long and curly and flowing. "Shut up," the no longer sleeping guy on the other side of me whisper yells. Graduation Girl and I laugh louder. "My dad loves that song," she whispers, catching her volume. "We always just make up the words as we go." "I can tell," I say. "My dad loves it too. Official postseason anthem for the 1984 Cubs, baby. Big ups to two of the all-time greats, Rick Sutcliffe and Ryan Sandberg. Love you, Rick and Rhino." I pat my chest, then blow a kiss to the imaginary Rick and Ryan in my head. Miss Hornsby pulls her finger to her mouth and gives the loudest shush ever known to man. Graduation Girl straightens up.
Give it up for Bridget. Wow. That was awesome.
See the traffic stop. Damian! Party going on in here! Cool car in the parade!
What's goody? It's whatever with a no hoodie.
Thank you, Jamil Rizzo, for taking over announcing duties there briefly. Hope you enjoyed a little flashback to Bridget Morrissey from class of 2008. Shows if you're into writing, never give up on your dreams, because I'm sure we're going to have a lot more writers come from Oak Forest High School, which is definitely not the first published author. Coming up soon, we're going to be taking a look at performance of Music Is from one of the earlier years. Shout out to AC Variety. We love it to know that you're always watching. And remember, all roads lead to acvariety.com. As I was saying, we're going to be showing Music Is performance from a prior year. Well, just keep it a mystery till we start playing it for you. I guarantee you by the end of this hour, you're going to have the song stuck in your head. Baby, that's not a bad thing. Whatever we love about AC Variety's coverage of parades, we actually get in with the parade. We get up close and personal with you. You don't see that too much on, those big stations. Because we cover the stuff they don't want to cover. Thank you to Janelle Rizzo for that little analogy. We have a familiar face here. We've seen her volunteering at many community events around Oak Forest and at St. Damian. This is really cool how we get to see all the schools in the community come together for this special event. It'd be really neat to see them do some sort of band or choir concert together. Looks like we see some emergency vehicles in the background, which means we're going to be getting close to the Oak Forest High School portion of the parade.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for participating in this parade, and thank you to everyone that came out to drive in it. As we wind down the first portion of the parade, we'll be getting ready to cue up Music Is. So warm your vocal cords up and feel free to sing along at home. There's one thing that's got us through this pandemic, no matter where we are, it's been music. Music is. Music is different to everybody. I won't even say what it means to me. Interesting thought right now as we watch these cars drive by. Could you believe it's already June? Halfway through the year? I think we've been shut down for 2 or 3 months. Look how time flies. I guess the positive side is able to allow some of us to be more productive around the house. Do some early spring cleaning, you know? And with that, let's get ready for Music Is.
This world is filled with too much fear.
We hope you enjoyed that performance of Music Is from the class of 2017. This is actually a special year because this is the first year that I recorded the pop concert myself and utilized a couple of GoPros to get the job done. Mr. Eddie Magandayo, accompanist. Some more Arbor Park graduates here. This truck for the Panthers go by. Back when I was in Arbor Park, we were known as the Apaches. I'm sure a lot of you longtime Oak Foresters recognize that name. And now here's the official start for the high school portion of the parade. We have the Bengal mascot kicking things off. I recognize him from the Oak Forest High School Lip Dub, produced by your AC Variety, which you can view on acvariety.com and our YouTube channel. Excitement, I love it. You see a lot of talented graduates driving by, riding by. I heard a little AC/DC there too, not bad. But in a few moments we're going to be taking a look at another graduate from Oak Forest High School who had great success interviewing someone quite famous. Let your mind ponder that for a few minutes.
10 o'clock news!
truck here, showing off.
Bronco, baby, Bronco.
Oh, we have a little lull in the parade. Why don't we take a look at a graduate from the class of 2009, Miss Kelly McAdams, now Kelly Meyer, as she interviewed country star Justin Moore.
Well, hello everyone. I told you I have a special guest today, and AC Variety delivered. Justin, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, actually, I want to congratulate you first of all on your new album, Outlaws Like Me, that came out on June 21st. I understand that you like to write your own songs. Did you write a lot of songs from this album as well?
I did. I got to write 11 of the 13 on this album, and you know, songwriting's something I didn't really set out to do. It just kind of happened organically. A long time ago, I was in town trying to find songs to cut to try to get a record deal, and I wasn't getting any songs that I cared for because they were giving them all to Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
And now I understand that, but just started writing songs, and now I can't imagine not writing. It really made me an artist, and as opposed to somebody who could just sing on key, you know.
And now, see, I'm going into my third year of college now, and I understand that you went to college at one point but left to pursue your dreams. Did you ever think about the risk you were taking?
I made it through almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm proud. That's more than anybody else in my family. But yeah, I mean, it's scary, you know, but it was more scary to me to think about waking up when I was 40 years old and wondering what had happened if I'd have tried it. So,
Yeah.
you know, I thought I can always go back to college, and I'm thankful that I never had to. So it's been a crazy 3 or 4 years, and we're having a blast.
When you moved to Nashville, did you ever think that years later you'd be touring with people like ZZ Top and Rascal Flatts?
No, I don't think you can ever really think that. I mean, just like anybody else, I was cautiously optimistic, but if somebody told you I knew this was going to work out, they're lying, because there's no way to know this is going to work out the way it has. And we've been extremely blessed. You know, there's so many variables that I can't control, but you know, we've had so many doors that continue to open, and things fall into place. And you know, country radio has supported us from the get-go, and all the fans. Very, very fortunate.
You guys ready to do some karaoke or anything?
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Time for life.
Where else could you get up close and personal but on AC Variety? This is such a wonderful, positive event. Put on it, of course. Social distancing, kind of. Staying safe.
Hi, guys.
But as I was saying, this is a very positive event, unlike in other places. Oak Forest is definitely the epicenter of positivity. Oh, interested in buying?
Hey.
Some more familiar faces from performing arts. Which, by the way, you can see all the performing arts at acvariety.com.
Hey. Hey.
Don't forget you can catch AC Variety on Comcast 19.
What's up, dude?
Tuesdays at 9 p.m.
What's up, man?
So much energy today. Love the decorations on that car. Been a lot of effort.
Oh, yeah.
Car backing up here on the road. I like that little cardboard cutout. That was pretty cool. Think of how much technology has actually advanced to allow people to make cardboard cutouts out of themselves. There used to be a place in time where you could only get cardboard cutouts of celebrities.
2020 graduation! Go Bengals!
Of course, these graduates are celebrities. And AC Variety is privileged to be the one capturing it. Remember, we cover what the big networks don't wanna. Awkward. Timing is everything in life. Speaking of time, it looks like we're slowly reaching the end of the parade. Which means there'll be time for some more Music Is. What year will it be? Why don't we leave it a mystery? Yeah, that sounds good. You do gotta love the families that come out to support each other. As I see some of these performing arts students, it gets a little sad knowing there's not a musical this year.
I thought I saw your face.
But hopefully they got their vocal cords sharp to sing a little Music Is coming up. We have Jimmy being a good Samaritan here, bringing the balloons back.
Tell him to stop. Tell him to stop.
Stop, stop, stop. Thank you.
Legendary.
Congratulations.
That's right, AC Variety likes to go above and beyond. Pretty sure I just saw Canyon Novik back there a couple cars ago. We're gonna miss him. Always a great actor, including in the Addams Family. Available on acvariety.com.
Thank you!
Like all these students showing their character. You know what? As we wind down, let's take a quick break in the parade to listen to another rendition of Music Is.
Silence the sound of the
Hope you enjoyed that performance of Music Is from 2015. Due to the positive feedback of the Music Is through the decade, AC Variety will be uploading video of each performance captured by AC Variety to the YouTube, so you can see years such as 2012, 2013, 2014, and even more on the AC Variety YouTube. Music Is.
Hold on to that hat.
There we have an individual staying healthy. Wild. Looks like we have a UFO in the sky there. Another brief pause in the parade, as we should be winding down shortly. A little dog. I want to take a brief moment to say thank you again to Mr. North for reaching out, to AC Variety to capture this parade, and Janelle Rizzo for recording it. There goes the last graduate of the class of 2020. I want to thank you for tuning in to AC Variety's coverage of the graduation parade for the class of 2020. And I feel that there's only one right way to end this. With Music Is through the decades. Because if it's not stuck in your head yet, it will be. And for all you graduates and anyone else out there, if you ever face a challenge that you can't overcome, just remember what the Clem says. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. cold as salt, but as long as you put your mind to it, you can do anything.